The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we get the Dow up 109. You get the Nasdaq up 33. S&Ps are up 11. Gold is down $1.60 at 1,067. We have silver off 6 cents at 14.08. Bonds, the 10-year is down 8 ticks at 126.15. The 30's off 17. We get King Dollar up down 5 ticks at 99.64. The euro is up 19 at 106. And bottom line is that we had a failure out here yesterday, and this market wants to make another run for these highs.
Yeah, we got some acceleration, that's for sure.
There's no doubt. And if we take a look, what was intriguing last night is that what you have, folks, if we take a look at Asia, what you had in Asia last night, Asia basically wasn't holding price last night. You go take a look at the Hang Seng, down 75 bucks. It's really a flat market to slightly lower. Inside over in Europe, however, the FTSE is basically pushing into its highs. The FTSE is up 7 bucks at 62.76. The DAX in Germany is hanging up right at its highs. It's flat this morning. The mover out here this morning, which is moving all the indices, is Apple. Apple is up 334 right now. That is going into the downdraft that we gapped down at on with 59 million shares, with 13 million. And inside if we go inside you're going to see Apple's the mover inside NDX, inside all the indices right now. And that's about Goldman putting it on their conviction list. You got, the first one is, it's really weird. Vipul Communications, I can't figure out why. Vipul is like a $3 stock, and it's always like a heavyweight on the way up or the way down. That's the leader out there today. TripAdvisors is number 2. That's up 256. Apple's number 3. And Computer Associates is number 4. Taken away from it on the way down, and this is getting hit pretty good. Citrix is down 579.
Yeah.
Qualcomm is off 321. American Airlines is down $1, and you got Mattel down 58 cents. Inside the Dow Industrials, we take a look at the Dow. The Dow Industrials, Apple's the leader out there also. That's up, 329. You got Caterpillar up 87. Home Depot went topside yesterday. That's down $1.31 today. Let's go look at Home Depot for a second. Because what does happen is that's interesting, okay? This has been on a big tear.
Yeah, they came out with good numbers.
They did.
And that was yesterday.
They did. And what's seeming to happen is this. So picture, we've been talking about, folks, the fact that, every day, well, actually, let's look at this right now and see what we have. Well, when we're opening up, we're at highs in the marketplace, okay? And then what it seems like is that the amount of stocks that are down pretty good. And look, we got it again this morning. You get Citrix down 7%. Tigers off 4.5%. Qualcomm's off 5.5%. Syngenta is down 3%. No big deal. You can't do
ETFs.
Yeah, we can't do that one.
GoPro.
Oh, look at GoPro, man.
They're in trouble.
No one's buying any GoPros, I guess. GPR. They're expensive, man.
They are. They're great. They're great cameras. I have an old one. I looked at them.
Oh, do you?
No, I don't. I have not. But they're good cameras. But they're like $350, $450 for the high end. I mean, you really...
GPRO. Look at that, man. That's going to another low. And you're coming into...
that is a tough industry when you think about it. I know they separated themselves out, but where, there's a lot of devices, including your phone that everyone has, that can include great video.
That cost you nothing, right? So GoPro, the IPO was $24.
Okay.
And then they did a secondary at $75. That's intense, man.
Yeah.
That is absolutely intense. That's unbelievable, actually.
Yeah.
So in the context of what we've been looking at is that you have all these equities that have been down. The indices are still at highs.
Yeah.
And this is what I wanted to bring up with the the Home Depot, because I was listening to this yesterday. So if we go PCLN, so let's picture that if we were running a fund, it seems like all these funds get in the same equities. Do you know what I mean? Because there's only so many equities, right? They have all this money.
Sure.
So what seems to be happening is that, like with Priceline, they kept going up, up, up until it wasn't up anymore, right? Then the thing blows up. It goes from 1,500 down to we're 1,270.
Yeah.
Now we go over to Nike, and you know, Priceline, bottom line, makes a fortune. Okay, Nike makes a fortune too. It didn't get hit as bad, but that just went from 135 to 125. So what I'm thinking is that, oh man, is everyone in Home Depot? Because you know, in the same thing's going to happen. We'll see. Do you know what I mean? Because what does happen is that when you have, well, there's only a limited amount of stocks, and there's definitely more cash chasing them.
Oh,
you know?
right, for sure.
Well, so now the sick thing about this market right now, it's not sick, but this is always intriguing to me. When I was doing the program yesterday, right, we had lighter volume in the SPYs, lighter volume in the S&Ps, and the IWM. What happened at the end of the day, however, is that we had divergence come in, and there was heavier volume in the Dow.
Okay.
And it was like, oh my God. So when that happens, it's like, okay, man, you can go higher.
Yeah.
So now what we did here this morning, we just tested that.
Okay.
Okay.
And how's the volume this morning?
It's got in the.
I know we're early. It's only 45 minutes into the market.
And it's a little bit harder to look at the Dow one. Do you know what I mean? Well, that's saying it's low.
No,
you know,
it's tough. It doesn't mean
it's saying it's low.
No, I hear you.
When they always beside saying low. But what we had yesterday, right into the close, right up till 10 minutes of 4, I had pulled it up. It was light volume. We went from 685 million at like maybe 20 or 4 to 1 billion.
Okay.
It was like, oh man, what just happened?
Yeah.
Now the volume inside the ETF structures was all low. Okay. So that was the divergence, and this is what ends up. What I've seen is that you can get more. I can learn more information out of the market. The market gives you more information when it is divergent than when it all goes together.
Sure.
Do you know what I'm
It's
saying?
tough to gain anything when it's just moving together as it gets stronger than one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, we'll see where this shakes out today, because what that would mean is that we've done the test of yesterday. Now what would end up happening in order to have lower price come in tomorrow is that we would need lower volume again on the Dow, not higher volume. Well, we're going to be right
creeping up on the test.
as it's creeping up on the test. Because see, if we look at the Dow, right, the high of yesterday. This is so sick when this does that. So 17,599 was the high of yesterday, and we had 17,605 today.
Yeah, right, barely over it.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? You know, I don't know. I'm just, you know, it's one of those things. It's one thing when you're hitting numbers. Let's say if we were just dealing 1 to 10 and say, okay, you're going to go test 7. But we're talking 17,000. Like, it's like, okay. So you go up to that level, and it's like the same person is selling at that level. They just decided, hey, I want to sell this level.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
it always blows my mind, though, man. I'm not kidding. It's like, you know, when these tests come out, it's like, man, does someone just sit there and just keep selling? And at the other side of that, when stocks go down, does someone just sit there and just keep buying? That they want to buy at that level, and that's it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So
To a certain degree, I'm sure. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's supply and demand. I mean, that's where demand is. That's where supply is.
Right,
You know?
and that's where, you know, what's really cool about this is that I saw that you sent out last night with John Logan's, right?
For the task scanner update for anybody?
Right?
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
So the updates are out there.
Yeah.
Because
so if you had downloaded the trial,
Right.
he had sent out an update. Just so, yep.
And that's how that works. That the profiles. I mean, what happens if they test drive it right now? Can they do that? Do they get that workshop?
They get the archive if they test drive it right now.
So if you test drive the TAS profiles, folks, you get the archive, because at the beginning of that archive, you really want to pay attention to what John shows is how the software is set up.
Sure.
And it's really cool.
Sure, no, the methodology behind
the methodology.
Yeah.
Because that methodology is that the profiles, he's taking the volume and price and turning them sideways.
Yeah, he kind of does a quick 5-minute market profile type, what is market profile type PowerPoint. Literally 5 minutes, but it's a nice little precursor to everything. And then goes to the scanner, and then how it takes that market profile and applies it.
Exactly,
to the market.
which is nice, so you know what you're looking
Right.
at.
No,
do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
I was
So
watching
what
it, for
happens,
sure.
folks, is that he's just not saying it's hey, you do this because he's saying to do it. He's
Yeah.
explaining to you at the
It's
beginning
important
that
to know what the software is doing
It
as
is.
it's telling you,
It is.
where it is in the box. Well,
Right.
what is the box? What's the higher
what
end?
is the box
Yeah.
exactly? If we take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market, which thus far we're not sure whether we're going to have volume or not. You have Chevron up $1.60, $1.44 rather. Home Depot's down $1.36. Apple's the mover, continues to be the mover, and some of the. Let's go take a look at Big Blue, and so Big Blue can't get out of its way. That's up 68 cents. Walmart. Testing the highs. Let's go take a look at Goldman Sachs. What's going to be interesting is some of these banks right now. See, these banks are not getting traction topside, and that's giving you a little bit more information that the rates more than likely are not going to go up in December.
I was reading that in your newsletter today.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
between the bonds, because what will end up happening, folks, is this. The amount of money that's in banks right now.
Yeah, they're going to make more money if
Oh
rates
my
go up,
God!
for sure.
They're gonna,
Right.
a quarter point will be
Yeah.
so much money because a quarter point percentage-wise is almost. Well, we're at 0, so a quarter point is
Right.
percentage-wise is a big number, right?
Right.
Pretty wild, man. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. The Dow's up 90, Nasdaq's up 26, S&Ps are up 8.5, and the S&Ps are a week out here, just as they were yesterday. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 103, Nasdaq's up 29, S&Ps are up 9.5, and the NDX is going to try to get up and over those highs of yesterday. We'll see where we're right at them right now. You're at 4,600 in the NQs, 46. The high of yesterday, I believe, was 49.99. We spiked it once. And actually, let's bring it up because
Say it again. What was the high?
I believe the 45.99 was the high of yesterday. NQZ5. This always gets intriguing when you are at highs like this, and it's like, okay, the first high yesterday. Actually, no, 45.97 was the high yesterday. That was at 11:30. And this morning, I'll bring this in closer so we can see it.
We're at the high right now, I think.
We are.
46.01.
No, exactly. And when you're at highs like this, what seems to happen is that if you're going to fail, you get a spike and you pull back. Now this is the third bar that's been up here, so the longer it does stay up here, too, the more power it's actually getting. Now the correlation. What I like to do is this: I take that correlation and I go back in and I look at the S&Ps, the E-minis at the same time, and try to see that, okay, is there strength there? And see how there's not strength?
Yeah.
So
it's not back at those levels yet.
Right. So to me, the probability would be that even if you spike it, it's not going to hold. And the correlation is different because the NDX is not the S&Ps. But on the basis of where these indices go, you do have Apple pushing both of them higher right now. Yeah. Oil. Now, Andy's going to be doing his oil workshop, right, tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, and his weekly newsletter comes out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Technical Commodity Report.
Okay.
So that's a good 15, 20 pages, charts, trades. He goes over all the commodities, metals, hard commodities, soft commodities. He gives you a good paragraph on each one at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's doing his workshop on crude oil coming up December 4th OPEC meeting. And that is a week from tomorrow, his workshop. So today or tomorrow will be a great
the
time.
workshops.
I'm sorry, the workshop's tomorrow.
Right. Okay. And then
I'm getting ahead of myself. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving.
Right. That's crazy, isn't it?
It is.
And so, what's intriguing here, folks, is that we came down hard. Let's see, Monday, because today's Wednesday at 41.21. You get 354,000 contracts down there, and oil can't seem to get out of the way right here. When I was talking with Andy yesterday, it's amazing to me that there's more people, so many more people in the world, right? But now, my perception is like there's so much oil. It's like, oh my God, it's versus like $100 oil, and we always thought it was going to stay at 75, 100 once it broke out, and now it's like, how does this work? That there's so many people in the world. We know that there's more people in the world than there was 5 years ago, right?
Sure, yes.
And there's more people using it. It's like, but guess what? It's So
Well,
there's that much more.
There's a bunch of other types of energy.
Right.
Cars are getting better miles per gallon. You know,
Right.
there's
Oh,
so
the cars miles per gallon is a big
for
deal.
sure, yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. Do you know when I was 16? Do you know what? So
miles per gallon.
yeah, that was a 67. I had a 67 Chevy, 283, and that was I think about 12.
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Whatever.
And
yeah.
now they get what?
Like 23, right?
Yeah, right.
23,
Big
26,
numbers.
somewhere
Big
around
numbers.
there. Depending. I mean, I'm sure a regular pickup truck these days is getting 60 and 70. I don't know.
Right.
but
No.
not-
Exactly. It's a lot more. So look at this. It rejected that higher price once again, man. So someone's just sitting there on those NQs just pull back 8 points.
Yep.
Just sitting there selling. You know. I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
It's a good place where you can just put your stop
Isn't that
right
crazy?
above it.
I know, man. NQZ5. Now that's the third time up there, and we'll see whether, you know, they can break it now. That's a classic, folks. You know, and you know it got up over it. You know, and 9. Yeah, you're talking 9 NQ points. That's $180 a contract.
Yeah. It's 0.2 of 1% practically. That's a big number in
It is, isn't it?
5 minutes. Right?
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's. I'm telling you, man. You know, markets every day is such a trip. It's a mind blower. Gold. You know, gold just can't catch a bid, man. You know, I mean, it's pretty amazing when you think
It's under
about
multi-year lows now,
It is.
right? And that's almost the same spot we're talking about Nasdaq when it's testing those lows where it's a tough area when you're under those lows.
It's
Just
dangerous.
When you're at these highs. Same
I'm
thing.
telling you. You know, I like it, but it's dangerous,
Right.
man. I mean, you have calls out there. I like what has happened today.
Yeah.
Okay, but the bottom line is that we're in dangerous territory
For
here.
sure.
There's no doubt. This is Tommy O'Brien. Tom O'Brien. We want to hear from you, folks. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. The Dow's up 82. Nasdaq's up 24. S&P's up a 7.5. We're gonna be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow up 85, Nasdaq's up 26, S&Ps are up 6.5, and we get some weakness inside the S&Ps, and that's what happened yesterday. The S&Ps were basically the first ones that stopped pulling back, and we'll see where this goes today. But that's quite weak. If we put this up, let's put this up here. Just the futures, ESZ5.
Maybe if you could just elaborate on what you're saying when you say it's quite weak.
Well, inside the context, normally, you got the S&Ps are at 2055. So, the high of yesterday was 2063. The high today was 2060. And what happened yesterday is that the Nasdaq was up much further than the S&Ps, and it's not unusual, but the S&P is normally a lead in this market. Do you know what I mean? Because you get 500 stocks inside it. So when the S&Ps are weaker, that's giving you an indication that, okay, the market itself is weaker because the Dow only has 30 stocks in it.
Sure.
The Nasdaq 100 has 100.
Sure.
The S&P is 500. Okay? So inside of that, when the S&P is weaker, the S&P gave it up earlier than the Nasdaq yesterday. The Nasdaq took a long time to give it up yesterday. So if you look at these NQs, the NQs out here, well, this is today. We hit the 4601. You're at 4592 right now.
Can I see for 1 second?
Yeah.
I think if you just go down here, you want to see yesterday?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
That was yesterday, right? So you can see that, it stayed up there. That's a 10-minute chart. So we stayed up there like 50 minutes and then went back up there, and we didn't croak until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Basically right at 210.
Right. And it came down fast, man.
I mean, literally, that's the open on this bar is 210. So.
Right. And once it went, it went. Now, as you're looking at this is what ends up happening is that we're back inside, the range. The key is going to be that 2 o'clock range. We get back inside that range, and we'll see more of an expansion. Right there. What is that number? That's 4590. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. We're right at it. Because that actually has a little support there on the way down. So we break that, and then you're going to see some action on the way down.
Yeah, we're right at that level there.
Yeah. If we look at, I was just looking at this for a second. So the leader on the way down is CTXS. And if you pull this up, this is like a classic, but what blows my mind about how long equities can actually stay at highs and what they do. Where do you see this? I got to pull this all the way back. Actually, let me do it on this one.
Sure.
It's just clearer. CTXS. Look at this, man. Okay, so I get this back 4 years now, right? And what you're going to see, folks, is this. Okay, so is it 4 years? Yeah, it's 2012. Well, 3 years, right? So it's been in this range. And what you can see is that when you come off a high, so here's where we come off the high, you know, just the downdraft, it kind of like sticks out like a sore thumb, right? So that right there is 10 million down, 25 million down. The price point is $71, right? It comes down to 56. It gets all the way back up there to 75. Comes down again. There's not a lot of identification here of what it's doing, right? But then see the identification pop up again here. You get a seller. Comes down on 26 million. Comes all the way back on 9 million. Comes down on 11. Nothing big there. Then goes all the way back up, and you're coming against that again. You know, so now, you know, you get, what, it's down 9%, but the way that's set up is going to go down to the bottom of the range again.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, I think this is, when you look at this entire chart, it is 4 years. And so looking at that, I mean, yeah, it's just bouncing around from 85 to 55.
You know what's wild? Is that what's hard to comprehend is that equities can fall out of bed by 10 or 20% in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Everything can change with a little bit of news.
Yeah, I know,
I mean,
man.
it can.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because so what happens
Yeah.
too is that, you know, the company knows that. Just so it happens.
Right.
You know, you're seeing that within the company. So
Right.
there's been a change of, usually it's earnings. You know, usually it's the numbers. Just, you know what I mean?
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
The longer term, it's always
Or
the
it's a
numbers.
sudden news
You're either
event,
making
yeah.
money or not making
Right,
money.
exactly.
And how much?
And so that's, you know, you're getting 3 months of data in the span of, you know, 5 seconds as it gets released.
And can they grow?
Everything, everything in terms of that data.
Right, no doubt. So this will be intriguing because it's the NDX is holding that 45.90, but it looks like there's going to be some pressure coming in here. You know, because the Dow just pulled that back a little. You know, 20 points is not a big deal. But that let me pull this NQ up again just so we can see this, because this is. So the more that you actually test an area too, folks, okay, it's just like anything else. You know, on the way up, you keep testing, it's going to break the ceiling on the way up. On the way down, you keep hitting that floor, it gets weaker.
Yeah.
Well, and so still inside the NDX, though, that Apple is going to be hard to break down, you know. Apple right now is at 334. So if you're trading, you know, the way that I would look at this, okay, when you're trading the NQs or even the S&Ps, you just want to keep your eye on Apple, because wherever Apple goes today is going to be the number.
Definitely.
You know, because they're holding it up. The IBB still hasn't done anything. You know, that's laying flat, you know, up 269 right now, but that baby's laying flat. You know, so as we get through this day, so we have a Wednesday.
Why don't we take a look at oil too? On the last break, they came out with the oil numbers.
Yes. Let me just pull that. So see this. So oil pull back slightly here. CLF5. So let's see. Crude oil. Okay, so the EIA was up 252. I don't know what that means.
I think that's billion barrels, maybe.
Okay, so EIA inventory changes. Cushing crude, 1495K. I'm not sure what K means actually. So
It's probably 1,000. That's what,
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, 1,000 barrels, right?
Yeah.
So crude is up, and that's pulling back. CLF5. This is a delayed quote though. So
yeah, unfortunately the numbers were still
right, and because if we go look at USO, which would be a real quote, That just went from $13.20 to $13.04.
Yeah. So that was the move, the big bar.
Right. All right. So that's pushing lower. Bottom line with some juice. 41.96. Thanks, Jay. That's the Z contract. Okay. So let's pull this up. So 41.96. Oh, that's up.
It might be CLC 6.
Okay.
C5.
Yeah. That'd be saying it's up. Well, there it is.
40.98.
Thanks, Jay. 40.98. So it is down. Yeah. So it is down. So that's going to go after the lows. That's going to be crazy, man.
Cheap oil.
And well, and if for all you folks in the Northeast and in the Midwest, yesterday when we were bringing this up, this is pretty amazing.
Andy had covered this on his show last night too. Talking about
that it had broken its lows.
And just talking about we're talking about heating. He's saying, you look at oil, and this is what he'll go into tomorrow night.
Right.
But you got to look at heating oil. You got to look at jet engine oil. You got to look at everything, and that's really where a world slowdown. And that's what he's saying that you look at the price of oil. Well, world slowdowns, economy slowdowns for oil are huge effects, and so that is something to take advantage, just to be aware of in terms of where is oil going. That's saying where the world market's going because the world market uses oil. That's that's it.
And if you're the heating oil folks this year, it's phenomenal because the bottom line
everything it has to be right with
But if we're still in Boston, right, our tanks are 250 gallons.
Yeah, right.
It's big. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's not like the car. Do you know what I mean? It's not like saying, okay, I'm going to put 20 gallons in the car. 250 gallon.
Right. That's a big cost.
That's big numbers, man.
It's a big cost at one point in time.
Right. Heating's almost free. Yeah, not quite, Jay.
See if that gets said in December and January.
No, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Well, if we go over to the natural gas, it's tomorrow we get the natural gas numbers coming out. It's not holding price out here today. You're at 2,339, and that's been consolidating for a couple weeks out here. On Monday we did have some juice when it did pop higher though. So markets are just laying out here again.
Yeah, they've been pretty steady since we've been on the air for the entire hour.
They have. If we go back, let's go over to the. We started with the gold market. So if we look at this gold market, so the bad news is that it just continues lower. And if we take a look at this GLD, this is a crucial number, which we're under right now. It's testing the lows of where it broke out from 103.25. Right now, we're a point underneath it. And it's like, man, that's a problem. It is light of volume. The reason I'm saying it's a problem is like, if I go to the next place where volume is, it's like, oh no. Here at 92, man. And it's like, okay,
so it'd be 920 gold.
I can make a case that it's 100 there too, but that's that volume bar, folks. If you're in your car, we're looking at the volume bars after where this breakout is.
You're going back to like March 2008 there, just to give it a time frame.
You can make it, because that's still lighter, but it's like, oh man, once when you need to get something this nasty, it's like it gets nastier.
Talking about 7 years of right back to where we were.
Yeah, no doubt. So the contract now what does happen, this is pretty good. Last night they had the CEO of Silver Wheaton on, and so Silver Wheaton is the largest silver streaming company. That just means they're not the largest miner in the world. The Silver Wheaton of the world, the Franco-Nevada, FNV, the Royal Gold, they act as banks, basically. So what ends up happening, if we bring up Silver Wheaton, you see it's trading at 12.25. This gets pretty cool. So this is what I always like to see. So see this? There's only 33 employees. Okay.
I see it. Yes.
33 employees, right? 33 employees. They take in 622 million.
Yeah.
But the way it works, folks, is that they work like a bank. Okay, so me and you are Silver Wheaton. We go out, we find mines. They need money right now. So what happens is this, is that we give them money for gross royalties off the top without expenses. It does not matter what their expenses are. We say, okay, they say, okay, we need $10 million.
Sure.
Okay, we give you $10 million. For that $10 million, you're going to do two different things. We're going to get whatever that percentage is,
Yeah,
you know,
it's a
3%,
royalty.
5%, okay, for a certain period of time. Now, this is where the kicker comes in. This is how they make money. If the metal stays at the same price, right, the bottom line is that you just get your money back, and they'll make whatever that is, 3%, 4%, you know what I mean, like a bank. Where the kicker comes in, and this is where if you're bisecting and dissecting these stocks, what you want to do, folks, is this. Inside their filings, it's not 13F filings, it has the exact contracts, and it's so cool because what you do is this. You look at the contract, and then what it says is this. So let's say silver's at $14.06 right now. So let's say I don't know what the number is, but let's say they're getting 5% at $14, right?
Yep.
What happens is that if silver normally goes to $16, $17, the kick up for these companies goes up dramatically. It doesn't go down. They do an option inside of that saying, okay, I gave you this money. If it goes to $16, I'm getting 6%.
Cool.
Goes to $17, yeah, it's intense.
Yeah.
So you want to be aware of that if you're buying them, because the first time this happened, which was like 2003 or 4, inside Royal Gold, I was looking at one of these contracts. I said, oh, this is amazing, man, because in that case, they were in the gold. They do gold, okay?
Yep.
And in that case, you know, gold had to go up $100, $150 for them to really kick in. But that's what it did do.
Right, yeah.
And when it kicks in, they were getting royalties of 14.5%, like outrageous numbers.
Because there's risk to that they're taking if the price goes down.
Big time. Oh yeah, no,
that's right.
if the price goes down, that's right. That it's not like they're only getting that percentage of the price
So
down.
I'm sure that's all factored into there. I'm sure it's a good deal for
No.
them, though.
Oh, no, it's factored in because what ends up happening is that's a finite deal. It's like 5 years, and it's over. It's like that. If it went down 5 years, it goes.
That's it.
You only pay it for 5 years. You know, that's it. It's over. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's up 86, Nasdaq's up 24, S&P's are up 7.5. We're gonna be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Now, don't forget, no matter where you are in the world right now, if you're in the world, you're going to be listening on your cell phone. But if you're in your car on the West Coast, remember that you can go on your cell phone and listen to TFNN.mobi to get the full audio, TFNN.com for the video. We got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. And then, of course, we got Daryl Martin, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. You know, we look at Target. Now, so check this out, Tommy. Target's down 426, right? And they had a conference call this morning, and, you know, the CEO is basically saying, hey, listen, online sales are going to be slow. Now, I know you like Target, right? You know,
I do.
Yeah. But it's like, you never think, I don't think of going to Target to shop online, right?
No, I've been there.
Oh, have you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now, what's interesting is that, so they have their red card, which I don't have.
Yeah.
Which is a great deal. I think you get something like 5% of your purchases cash back or something like that.
Okay.
And it doesn't need to be a credit card, I don't think, either. It's the type you can tie it to your bank card. And when you go online, you might get free shipping.
Okay.
It's that type of deal where if you're going to be shopping online at Target consistently, you'd want to get their red card. But if you have it, it's not that bad of a deal. And I've definitely price shopped for it. You know, it's not often, not as often as I pull up Amazon.
Right.
But if I'm spending a decent amount of money on anything,
right.
And usually online, you know, I wouldn't be buying clothes online or something. So it's usually electronics or something like that I would do a quick price check to Amazon for everything.
Right.
But you could just do a quick price check kind of across the board on the internet for that same product.
Exactly.
But I've been on Target. I have. And I see so everything they're doing on Black Friday will be available at Target.com, which is interesting too. So there's not even a reason to go into their store for any of their deals.
But I remember
That's smart because my holiday shopping, I love, you know, as long as you're ahead of the game and you're not waiting too late, and really it doesn't have to be that late. Amazon has 1 to 2 day delivery. How easy is that, right? Especially Target. You don't have to go race for those deals. Not that I go anyway, but I could sit on my couch and go after those deals on Black Friday morning or something like that while I drink some coffee.
And no doubt. Yeah. And what Amazon has done, and I'd hate to be a retailer against Amazon. They come out this morning. I believe what's happening right now. Let's pull it up. It's something
deals
like
every 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that too. Every 5 minutes leading up to Black Friday.
Yeah, I mean every 5 minutes. It's like that's like unbelievable. You know, it's like
you know, you look at Alibaba, $14 billion in one day. Sales are where it's at. One-day deals are where it's at.
Right.
That Alibaba, you had 1 day for that Singles Day.
Right.
Amazon probably saw that and says, we need more deals, 24/7.
And you know what, folks? Something. If you have Kerry butter, right now, I don't know if this is all the Publix, but Kerry butter, okay, on our Publix right here. Kerry butter, folks, is great butter, number one. That's how the bulletproof coffee, we put it in our coffee. It's normally $3.50. It's $2 for $4 right now. Needless to say, I'm buying.
Side break, 2 for 1 butter at Publix. Okay.
Well, listen,
Where do they come from?
Well, that's a huge. I'm going to go buy like 40 of them.
40.
Why not?
40 butters. Okay.
Yeah. You put them in the freezer. That's what I've done before.
I'm with you. I know.
40 butters save you $60.
Sure.
That's a no-brainer.
I'm just laughing because where did you just go? I bet there's a lot of good sales at Publix right now.
Oh, there probably is. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's where I'm.
It's unusual that
You just saw
I haven't seen Kerry butter on sale like that for about a year.
And that's the butter, just so I don't think most people don't know what Kerry butter is. It's like a very natural, right? There's no hormones.
It's grass-fed butter.
For the cows
right.
and all that. I mean, that's most people don't know what Kerry butter means.
I think all those tigers and tigeresses do.
Yeah, they better watch Nico's show if they do.
They do. That's absolutely, man.
Oh, well, we'll explain it for him anyway. How about that, all right?
I think that's a beautiful thing. Totally. You stay right there, folks. Man, Mr. Basil Chapman's coming up next. We appreciate the growling and prowling with us out here. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.